Jakob Ingebrigtsen wants to break 3 world records in one season. Not 1, not 2, 3. And he's already picking the exact races where he plans to do it. The Norwegian superstar sat down with the Norwegian newspaper VG and laid out his goals for 2026. He said, "I hope to take the world record over 1,500 meters, the mile and 5,000 meters. If I can do that, I have to be satisfied." And then he added with a smile, "This year I laid a good foundation for an incredibly good comeback with a couple of world records next season." Now, to understand why this is such a big deal, you need to know just how good Jakob Ingebrigtsen already is. This guy is only 25 years old, and his list of achievements is honestly hard to believe. He won Olympic gold in the 1,500 meters in Tokyo. He won Olympic gold in the 5,000 meters in Paris. He's a 2-time world champion in the 5,000 meters. He's won 6 European Championship gold medals, more than any man in history. He holds world records in the 2,000 meters, the 3,000 meters, the 2-mile, the indoor mile, and the indoor 1,500 meters. He became only the 3rd man in history to win Olympic gold in both the 1,500 and the 5,000, joining legends Hicham El Guerrouj and Paavo Nurmi. And he's been doing this since he was a teenager. At just 16 years old, he became the youngest person at the time to run a mile in under 4 minutes, clocking 3 minutes 58.07 seconds at the Prefontaine Classic in 2017. That age record has since been broken by 15-year-old Sam Ruth of New Zealand, who ran 3 minutes 58.35 seconds in 2025. But back then, Jakob was making history before he could even drive a car. He grew up in Sandnes, Norway, as the youngest of 3 running brothers. His older brothers, Henrik and Philip, are also professional runners. Their father, Geert, coached all of them, teaching himself from books and other coaches. Jakob once joked about it, saying, "Henrik has done a lot of stupid things. Philip has done some, and I haven't really done anything stupid." So what are these 3 records he's going after? Let's break them down one by one. First, the 1,500-meter world record. This one stands at 3 minutes and 26 seconds flat, set by the great Hicham El Guerrouj of Morocco, all the way back in 1998. That record has stood for over 27 years. Jakob's personal best is 3 minutes 26.73 seconds, which he ran at the Diamond League meet in Monaco in July 2024. That means he is only 0.7 of a second away. That is incredibly close. Second, the mile world record, also held by El Guerrouj, who ran 3 minutes 43.13 seconds in 1999. Jakob's best outdoor mile is 3 minutes 43.73 seconds from the 2023 Prefontaine Classic in Eugene. That puts him just 0.6 of a second behind. Again, so close you can almost touch it. Third, the 5,000-meter world record. This one is held by Uganda's Joshua Cheptegei at 12 minutes 35.36 seconds, set in Monaco in 2020. Jakob's personal best here is 12 minutes 48.45 seconds from 2021. That's more than 13 seconds off the record. This is by far the hardest of the 3. But his brother Henrik believes it's possible, saying, "The 5,000-meter record would be his by a lot if he were in 7:17 3,000-meter shape again." Henrik also backed up his brother's overall record plans. He said, "If he just recreates the form he had in March and April, it is definitely within reach. It is actually realistic to talk about 2 or 3 world records." Now, Jakob has already started planning where he wants to make these attempts. He told VG, "Elizabeth and I have started looking at the dates. Most of the tracks are good to run on, but all tracks can also have bad conditions. There will be a bit of bingo, but it is generally a bit safer further south in Europe. Monaco has been a very good race for many years. Paris is good. Silesia is very good. And most likely, Bislett. It's always something I look forward to. Elizabeth is his wife, and the fact that they're already studying the calendar together shows how serious he is about this. The timing works perfectly too. There are no Olympic Games or World Championships outdoors in 2026. That means Jakob doesn't have to build his whole season around one big championship. He can focus completely on chasing records. The European Championships in Birmingham in August is the only major title event, and he's aiming for double gold there too, which would make it 4 straight European Championship doubles going back to 2018. But here's where the story gets complicated. Jakob's 2025 season was really tough. It started amazingly well. In February, he ran an indoor mile world record of 3 minutes 45.14 seconds in Liévin, France. In that same race, he passed 1,500 meters in 3 minutes, 29.63 seconds, becoming the first man ever to break 3 minutes 30 seconds for 1,500 meters indoors. He then won double gold at both the European Indoor Championships and the World Indoor Championships, becoming only the second man after Haile Gebrselassie to win 2 gold medals at the same World Indoors. But then, everything fell apart. In April, his Achilles started giving him problems. He had to skip his altitude training camp. He missed the entire Diamond League season. When he finally showed up at the World Championships in Tokyo, he was clearly not himself. For the first time in his career, he failed to make the 1,500-meter final. And in the 5,000 meters, the event he'd won at the last 3 global championships, he finished a disappointing 10th. After the season, Jakob also had his tonsils removed. He explained to Norwegian media that they were chronically inflamed and that the problem has bothered me for the past few years. I've had some throat pain and have been knocked out by it. The chronic throat issues had affected him at several major championships. He took 2 weeks off training to recover and said he was very glad he finally did it, adding, "It was a little worse than we thought." Going into 2026, Jakob took a cautious approach. He told The Guardian in January, "The Achilles is very good, but because of the last couple of years, I am a little bit more cautious. So I am prioritizing my fitness towards the outdoor season. I will probably start at the Bislett Games in June." He ruled out defending his indoor titles to protect his body for the outdoor season. But then, in late January, his Achilles flared up again. His team made the decision to fly to California for surgery. In February 2026, Dr. Amol Saxena, a specialist who has worked with many elite runners, performed the procedure at Stanford Healthcare in Palo Alto. The surgery involved removing scar tissue from the sheath around his Achilles tendon. Jakob made clear the tendon itself was fine, saying on YouTube, "The scar tissue has now been removed, and the surgery itself was not that big, so the recovery time is thought to be relatively short. Hopefully, I'm not going to be out for very long. Don't be concerned. It's not as bad as it seems." He called the surgery 100% necessary for his career and ended his Instagram post with the famous Terminator line, "I'll be back." And here's the thing. He might actually be back sooner than anyone expected. Just 23 days after surgery, Jakob showed up at a high school track practice in California and ran 8 kilometers with the students. He even brought samples of a recovery drink called Smartfish to share with them. His surgeon, Dr. Saxena, shared the moment on social media. For a surgery that can sometimes take up to a year to fully recover from, running 8 kilometers in 23 days is remarkable. Jakob then returned to his hometown of Sandnes, Norway, posting photos of himself running on trails with the caption, "The best is yet to come." His spokesperson, Espen Skoland, confirmed Jakob would not set a specific return date, but the signs are very encouraging. And remember, the last time he came back from Achilles trouble, in the summer of 2024, he was in the best shape of his life. He ran his 1,500-meter personal best in Monaco, broke the 3,000-meter world record in Silesia, Poland, and won Olympic gold in the 5,000 meters in Paris. Whether all 3 world records fall in 2026, or whether the full plan gets pushed into 2027 and beyond, one thing is certain. Jakob Ingebrigtsen is not done making history. He has openly stated he wants to hold 10 outdoor world records before he retires. He currently has 3. The 1,500, the mile, and the 5,000 are next on the list. After that, he's talked about the 10,000 meters, the steeplechase, the half marathon, and even the marathon. At 25 years old, with the talent, the drive, and now a clear path to recovery, Jakob Ingebrigtsen is setting up what could be the greatest record-breaking campaign in the history of distance running.